What's up, everybody? Dan Baczynski here, and welcome to the Foolish Youths Podcast. So this is the first kind of official podcast we're doing, and by we, I mean none other than Dave Brunsting. Dave Brunsting, for those of you who don't know, BBA student, one of the top in the program, got 90s and above.
High 90s.
High 90s. Ooh. Yeah, see?
Gonna have to edit that 90s out, man.
There are even rumors that the legend got 100 on an accounting exam, but...
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, my bad.
Are you trying to, disrespect me? Are you throwing shade right now?
I guess. I'm so sorry, man. But yeah, Dave Brunsting's with me. He is a TV show and movie enthusiast like myself.
Yeah.
So this podcast is going to be talking about movies, TV shows, and anything else. But kind of movies and TV shows is kind of just the core.
A general conversation, but we have TV shows as the guideline.
As the guideline.
I would say.
Yeah. But before we get into the actual TV shows and movies, I just wanted to bring up something I saw on Facebook. And you know The Richest, right? They're a big list, Facebook and YouTube thing. They always do top 10, blah, blah, blah. And you can tell they've completely ran out of ideas. This is what I found the other day. 20 bizarre things about Donald Glover fans choose to ignore, but shouldn't. First off, this is the most clickbaity fucking title to begin with. Here's these bizarre things, alright? Yeah. He is not related to Danny Glover. Bizarre.
I don't even know who Danny Glover is.
Exactly.
Is he white or black?
He's black.
Okay.
Another big one was he was raised in a relatively nice suburb near Atlanta. Isn't that bizarre?
See, Danny Glover's image is just built on his open background, so this just destroys everything I know about him.
I know, right? It's just so ridiculous. And he was afforded a nice education. Boom. I don't even care about This Is America anymore. This is bizarre.
More this is privileged.
This is privileged Glover. What? But yeah, it's just everything about this is his first love was comedy. How is this a bizarre fact about Donald Glover?
That you choose to ignore.
That fans choose to ignore. Come on, man.
If you talk to a Glover supporter and you're did you know that he used to be a comedian? They'd just be
their eyes dart around.
They'd be
no, I didn't know that. And then they're under their breath, hey, I choose to ignore that. Keep it on the low key, man. All right, I love Donald Glover, but I can't accept it that his first love was comedy.
Or that he had a nice education.
Or he doesn't talk like a dumbass. At what point did anyone think...
Are you saying that people who don't have a nice education talk like dumbasses?
Oh, generalizations. Hitting hard. Hitting with the deep questions 3 minutes into the podcast.
Check your privilege.
Dude, don't say that, man. I am white.
I actually have a question for you.
Alright, let's hear it.
We know that, Logan Paul has the low gain.
Oh.
Jake Paul has the Jake Paulos. So do we have a name for our hundreds, I assume? Maybe thousands of supporters?
Alright, well, first off, to combat, we are not at 100 supporter or 100,000 supporters yet.
Okay.
Due to my shitty movie reviews that I called podcasts before, they're still on right now. So I did one just bashing Marvel Infinity. I'm yo, this movie fucking sucked. The plot points, which I still agree with. I still think that movie was good.
Yeah.
But I think the hype of everyone dying, spoiler alert, by the way, which is another question I'm going to ask you, but that's at another time. Hold on. But anyways, yeah. I did 2 of those, and they were just kind of really crummy movie reviews where it's just me just going on a tangent, just sitting there just oh yeah, and this happened. Oh, let's talk about the cast again. It was really bad. But those 6 viewers, I call them the foolish youth.
Really?
By the way, if you're 13 and under, please buy my merch. Grab your parents' credit card. There will be a link in the description. Okay, I lied.
We don't have any merch set up yet, but if you just want to e-transfer david.wednesday@gmail.com, we will get back to you in the future.
In the future, we will mail you a T-shirt. It might not be ours. We might just find it like in Value Village. Or
It might
something.
might not have anything to do with this, but like some article of clothing will be mailed to you.
Will be mailed to you in the future
at some point.
At some point. But okay, back on the whole spoiler alert. People watch movie reviews, and the first thing most movie reviewers will say is spoiler alert. It's like, to me, I think that's the dumbest shit. Like,
Yeah.
of course there's gonna be spoilers. It's a fucking movie review.
Well, so you'll have movie reviews. Some are targeted towards audiences that haven't seen the film or trying to decide whether or not they see it, and then you have others that are like more so for like discussion post film.
That's true. But I just find it's like if you go and listen to a whole movie review and hear about like what are the best parts,
Yeah.
that technically it's not spoilers, but they talk about like all the funny things.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just ruin the movie?
Same thing with trailers. I find like
True,
the best. Like I just don't watch trailers anymore. And then like some nights the boys will be like, "Let's go to the movies." I won't even look up the film. I'll just go to it, and like I find I get more enjoyment.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't watch the Deadpool 2 trailer.
Yeah, I didn't
Because
watch anything for Deadpool
if I didn't
2.
see fucking Peter before,
The British kid?
No, the guy who has no superpowers that just like picked up the ad and he's like, it looked like fun. Like if I didn't see that before, I would have probably cried laughing in the movie theater because he was just so freaking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always found that to be kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess some people want to know if it's good or not.
Yeah. But just to be clear, we'll be discussing in full spoiler detail. What is it? 13 Reasons Why.
Yep.
Deadpool 2.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Maybe a bit of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could probably go back to that. Because honestly, I find the problem with a lot of movie reviews is they do it right after they see the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I love Angry Joe Show. Have you ever watched him?
Yeah.
I think he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he always does his review right when he comes back from the movie. And the problem with that is you got that, like, post-game hype. You know what I mean? Because I know for me, right away, when I come back from a movie, I'm like, that was the best movie ever. I always have so much fun.
And sometimes I'll just be like, man, that was...
Yeah. But then, like, a few days later, I'll think about it again. I'm like, yo, there's some weaknesses here.
You need
know?
some time for it to simmer.
Yeah, to simmer down. It's sizzling. It's
Yeah.
sizzling at first, so you just
You
need
can't
it.
eat it right off the grill.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
wait for it to cool down a little.
That's how you should look at movie reviews.
Yeah.
Movie reviews are like a nice steak. You don't eat it right off the barbecue.
Yeah.
Put it out, let it sizzle for a bit, and then cut it.
Couple beers, you know.
Couple beers.
Sit back, look at the steak. Maybe like take a photo of the steak for the gram.
The gram.
You cut the steak open, and only then do you eat it.
Okay. Whoa, that was deep. That was the deep part of the podcast. So if you like it, comment down below. Tell us your favorite moment. But we're not even close to over. It's only 8 minutes in. But I'm gonna be one of those. You know the YouTubers that they'll just be in the middle of their fucking video and they'll be like, "Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you want to get the giveaway." It's
Yeah.
like, yo, do that at the end or just don't do it. I don't know.
But one other thing I want to say is that don't forget to hit that motherfucking subscribe button.
And if you don't, then why are you watching our channel? Get the fuck out of here. Non-subscriber.
No offense.
No
No
offense. We're just kidding. We love you, everyone who's watching. Even the haters. Especially the haters. You know why? Because notoriety is the best way to fame.
Yeah, dude.
We have to say something really provocative or really controversial. Where,
Yeah.
like saying something like Barack Obama only got elected.
Because he was a Muslim.
Boom! There it is. We just made CNN
We
headlines.
just made TMZ, man. They're gonna be like, we're gonna walk outside and there's gonna be like cameras everywhere.
We're gonna have to like cover our faces. Like no further questions. No further questions. Oh man, but yeah. So let's actually get on to. I want to start off with 13 Reasons Why because
Okay.
for me, that was a fucking good season. Holy!
Yeah.
I think I like season 2 better than I like season 1, and I really like season 1.
I enjoyed it. For me, like, when I look at 13 Reasons Why, it's kind of like a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. Because, like, I find, like, the acting isn't that great. Like, the characters are really, like, super cliche and, like, out of cookie cutters and stuff. And, like, it's just, like, one of those shows that just, like, crazy shit just continues to happen for no apparent reason. So, like, it's one of those shows that, like, I watch it and I'm like, I don't think this is really a great TV show. But, like, I watched the entire season in, like, a day and a half. So, like...
That's the one thing I find with it. You cannot, like, stop watching it. You can't watch a few episodes and then come back a month later. You have to watch it all in, like, a certain time span. Because it's just, like, you want to know what happens. Or at least for me, I did. First off, let's talk about the cast, though. What did you think of how the cast worked this time around? Because for me... I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of characters that I really, weren't big fans of. Like, just generally they were supposed to be hated. I thought they did a lot of good redemption stories.
A lot of good redemption arcs, I noticed. Like, we had Courtney.
Courtney was big, yeah.
We had Justin Foley. We had Zach had a big redemption arc.
Zach was pretty sick. I actually really like Zach in this one. Mr. Porter was so
he was
sick.
A beast in it the entire season.
Like when he grabbed Bryce like by the neck of the bathroom, was like, "Look, motherfucker!" And I was like, "Whoa, nice, let's go." I didn't like Clay though. I honestly did not like Clay this whole season. I found he was really whiny, bitchy the whole time.
He puts himself on a bit of a pedestal. I find, and I think when he talks to people like he hears about like Zach having like a sexual relationship with Hannah during the summer, and he gets like mad at Zach. He's like, but like he was totally down to do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's like he thinks that he's like the good person who is there for Hannah, and everybody else is the people that caused her suicide, right? Which is like you can like argue that like he might have been like the best friend for Hannah or whatever, but like we've seen many instances of him being like a dick to Hannah, like, especially like in season 1 when like there would be rumors flying about Hannah and he would just like believe all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. Like he wasn't as there for her as they want to think, as he wants to think.
Exactly.
Right?
And like every time someone did something, it's like he totally forgot everything he did, and then he's like, "Oh, fuck you, bro. You're a piece of shit." And it's like, "Yo, Clay, relax, okay?" Yeah. Oh, although was it episode 10 or 11 where he pulls out the gun?
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy. That was
an intense scene.
And okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know there were 13 episodes.
Yeah.
I know 13 Reasons Why. But for me, I thought that was the last episode, and he like put the gun to his head. I'm like, holy shit, is he gonna do it? I was like, and then it ended. I'm like, there's no way they ended the season. And then I was embarrassed when I saw there were like 3 more episodes. I'm like,
yeah. There was like a few plot lines that I just wasn't really on board with. Like that, the thing with like Hannah talking to Clay.
Oh,
I didn't like. That was like one of the things that I was just like, are they trying to say like Clay's like schizophrenic or something like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
I was actually gonna ask you about that. That was my next question. Like, what'd you think of the whole Hannah ghost thing?
I didn't like it.
At first, like when he saw her, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like he's like envisioning her.
Yeah.
But then when she's like, why am I here? And then I'm like, wait, she talks? And then like they were having conversations. I'm like, this is kind of fucking stupid. Well, but by the end, I'm not gonna lie, by the end, I was starting to be like okay with it just by the way they did it. Like, for example, when he had the gun and she was like saying the tape, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna shoot Bryce. I was like, that was good for me. Like, I thought that was super cool.
For me, like, I don't know if some people see it as like she's actually a ghost.
Yeah.
But for me, I just see it as like he's just straight schizophrenic. Because like if you look at the interactions they have, she never says anything that like he hasn't already like learned.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
When like all of the stuff he learned in court, like she didn't tell him any of that, and then like when he talks to her about it, it's like her like justifying it, right? So I think it's like kind of like what's happening is like in his head he's having like cognitive dissonance or whatever, but
that's
like
true.
whether or not like Hannah's like a slut or whatever everyone's saying, and that's represented by like him actually seeing Hannah.
Yeah, okay. I think that would make more sense than the ghost. At first, I thought she was a ghost. I'm like, yo, this is fucking stupid. Yeah. Where's this show going? Like, this is going into the supernatural now, and that's really not where the
because like season 1 he would see Hannah like every once in a while, which I think was like kind of like flashes of it. And I think like the stress of like the trial and all that, I think that probably just like pushing her over the edge. That's my theory, anyways.
Yeah, we kind of talked about Courtney before, but I really liked her in this one. How she like came out as gay, and like it seemed like out of everyone, she kind of had like the best post-trial life. Like it seemed like everything was kind of going her way after her dads were just like, "Yo, we're cool, we love you," and she's like, "Oh, life's so great."
Yeah.
And I thought everyone was gonna be like that, but no.
Yeah, I don't know why she was so afraid of coming out. Like,
Yeah.
pretty accepting community.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess I don't.
I guess they kind of talked about it in the first season a little bit about her just saying like, "Oh, since I have gay parents, they're gonna think I was gay because of them." So like for her, it was kind of an internal problem like that. I think that's a little weak of an explanation, but I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I actually want to talk about Bryce because like he was still the worst guy.
Yeah,
but there were a few times in that show where I was like, "Whoa, wait, this is Bryce." Like, for example, when he's talking about like he lied on trial about how she was the one that would take him to the bridge and talk.
And you
about
didn't know if that was
stuff.
real or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another reason for being schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't just like say like that didn't happen.
Exactly.
So, that's I don't know if schizophrenic is the right mental disorder, but like something like that. Something where you hear like you see people.
See,
you hear voices.
I also don't think they explained why some of this stuff wasn't on the tape.
Yeah.
For example, like Zach and her relationship.
Yeah,
that to me, she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't want everything on the tape." I'm like, "Really? You got mad at him over the note, but you're not gonna put in the fact that he completely like left you behind when school started because he didn't want to be associated with a slut." It was like, whoa, that's not on the tape. Come on, that's not one of your reasons.
And another one was the stuff with Justin Foley. How because remember like what they added on in season 2 was that like he like went home, but like I guess he had an argument with his stepdad or whatever.
Oh, and he got hit.
He went back to Hannah's home and slept there. Like, why wouldn't she include just be like, "I let you sleep in my house"?
Yeah.
When your dad was abusive, and the next day you just threw me under the bus. Like, season 1 was based on the book, and there's parts of season 2 where I can definitely tell that is just like they're just like making shit up.
They wanted it for the shock and awe factor.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious that some parts were just like they just wanted to raise the bar even more, but it just didn't make sense with the first season. I want to talk about the fucked up scene. Like there were a lot of fucked up scenes, but let's talk about what's his name? Skinny kid. Tyler. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. I still to this day like get shivers and I get goosebumps after that. Like first his head gets smacked off the sink. When I saw that, I'm like, they are going to kill him. And then they shoved it up his ass.
It's almost
and
worse.
for me, at that point, I was like, holy shit, this is fucked. But then later, when he started shitting out blood, and like he's like, you see that he's, I was like, oh my gosh, that terrified me. Like I was literally in a little bit of shock after that, where like every time I'd shit, I was like, yo, I couldn't imagine that, bro. That was really messed up scene.
You think shitting normally is bad? Try shitting right after someone stuck a mop.
Oh my gosh,
You want a challenge?
It was deep too. Holy.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of a messed up thing to say, but they got in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that was not something I would want to happen to myself.
Yeah.
Personally,
I would never ask for that.
But if you would, that's okay.
Yeah,
like,
we don't judge here. We don't judge here on the Foolish Podcast, Foolish Youths Podcast.
Yeah.
What did you think of the new characters? So the earring crazy dude that's like Tyler's friend.
Oh yeah.
I liked them, honestly.
I think that was a really interesting storyline.
Yeah.
Because like at the beginning, you thought that he was like the bad one, and he was gonna like fuck up Tyler.
Yeah.
But really like he liked to like do pranks and stuff, but there was nothing. Like he was just having a good time, right? And then you have Tyler, who's actually just taking this all way too far.
Yeah, he gets like super serious with it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly though, the school shooting at the end. Okay, we already said spoilers, so
yeah.
There's going to be a school shooting from Tyler at the end.
Yeah.
I thought he was actually gonna do it, but I'm not gonna lie. Was anyone surprised when that scene happened though? Because The foreshadowing was a little too much for me, in my opinion. Like, he'd have the gun, and he's like, I just think of people I don't like, and then I shoot. It helps me aim. I'm like, okay, obviously he's gonna be using a gun somehow.
The guy got
in
the
end.
school shooter haircut. I don't know what people expected to happen.
I noticed that as well. The shaved Buzz head. Right when I saw that, I'm like, yo, that's game over for the whole school.
Like, I feel like it's the administration's duty to keep tabs on it if he gets that haircut.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody who has that haircut.
But
you are a school shooter.
yeah, but we're just saying we're gonna keep our eyes on you. Buzz cut.
Yeah.
Watch out. Oh man. But yeah, honestly though, I think overall I'd give that about an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's what I would give.
Another thing I didn't like was this whole Sky thing. It didn't go anywhere. And like
Sky. Oh,
Clay's
yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah. It
like
felt forced, in my opinion.
yeah. So I think that like 13 Reasons Why, they do this thing where they try to tackle every single issue that any teen could face. Like they have like drug addiction, rape, like suicide. Then they're just gonna like I feel like they kind of just threw in like a self-harm thing, and it didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because
she just left, went to the hospital. Oh, I'm fine. I'm leaving.
She'll be back in season 3, I assume.
Oh, are they making a season 3?
Well, think about how this. We can talk about that.
Oh.
But like, think about how the second season ends. It hasn't been renewed yet, but.
Oh yeah, where he's got the gun in his hand. He's like,
Yeah.
what do I do now? I'm like, yo, just throw it in the bushes and go back inside.
He has to. I was actually really frustrated at the end of the finale. Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Because Tyler came so close to actually shooting up the dance, right? And they literally like drive him away from that place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter that he didn't do it, obviously, but he's still on like the brink of doing it. You know what I mean? I feel like he needs to be in jail. Like,
yeah.
So they're just like, I feel like they just are trying to look for the good in him.
Yeah. I think they should at least put him in like rehab or something, or just said like, yo, you need help.
He already went to help though. That's the thing.
That's true.
And then like people are like, oh, Clay's gonna get in trouble. Like, if I watch season 3 and Clay doesn't throw Tyler under the bus, I'm gonna be very mad because it's just like, why are you letting this school shooter attemptee roam 3?
Yeah,
roam
exactly.
3? Like, you're literally risking everyone's life for one person who wanted to kill everyone in the school.
Yeah. I totally forgot about this, but what did you think of Tony in this one?
The anger issues?
Yeah, the whole anger, and like, I really thought that scene where how he actually got into the whole like messenger of these tapes, how like he's like, oh, I owed Hannah one. I thought that was pretty sick.
That was pretty
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
For one, when the guy called Tony and Ryan, was it? The other gay guy?
Yeah.
Okay, don't take this out of context. A faggot. He said that.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, yo, that is not okay, and just beat the living crap out of him. I was like, whoa. That was an interesting plot point we didn't see before, and how he went to the theater and hid. I thought that was really interesting.
So the victim, like the guy who called him a faggot, does he have like his memory like shot then?
I assume so.
I guess that's what they're trying to,
because like he was like brutally injured. Like he lost eyesight. So obviously, or not obviously, but I assume there would be some sort of like mental trauma to the point where like he could be scarred in the sense where just, because I know some people like when something that traumatic happens, they just like black it out too. Okay. Like their brain just automatically does it.
And this is the last complaint I have.
Okay.
I hated the scene in the last episode when Jessica and Justin Foley. Oh. That made me very like. It's just like, it just seems unnecessary. Like, just let her be with Justin or let her be with Alex. Like, I think they're both great like potential couples or whatever. But just like, I don't like. She's like a rape victim. Like, it's just like it's too much. You know what I mean?
It seemed completely out of character too, because like she couldn't even kiss Alex without like. Think about that. And I know she grew, but really, she grew to the point where she was ready to have sex in the bathroom. To me, that didn't make sense. I don't think she would have been okay with that. You know?
In the back half, like, almost the entire season is, like, focused on... Well, not focused, but, like, we see Jessica and Alex like getting to know each other again, like after like they had that big fight or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you see it like progress, and like they like make out. Jessica's like, no, I can't do this right now. And then like they have a couple episodes where they're just friends, and then they start actually dating. They go to the formal, and then out of nowhere, she's fucking Justin in the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it just like
what?
That really ticked me off.
And honestly, it made Jessica less likable because it's like, wow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now Alex has done all this stuff, and you just
like she's literally
Go fuck Justin?
walking this kid around who tried to commit suicide a month ago, and then she just leaves him. And
yeah.
It just like makes her. I don't know. I didn't like it.
See, now that's got me on the topic of Alex.
Yeah.
I liked Alex in some points, but I also found him really like to the point where like I understand that he's been through a lot and everything like is really bad, but he was such a dick to like Zach, his parents, all that. I get that he's like upset about life, but I don't know why he was so mean to Zach. Like, one, he didn't really remember what happened.
Yeah.
So he couldn't really be mad at Zach for that. But he's just such a dick to him. And every time Zach's like, yo, chill, bro.
We see like instances almost every episode.
Yeah.
Where like people are like reaching out to Alex. They're just like they're trying to help him. They're trying to make sure he's like okay.
And he just
Alex
gets
is just like
super mad.
flipping shit.
I mean, I guess in some ways it makes sense because I know that if like someone gives you that much pity, you're like, yo, stop, treat me like a normal person. So I guess that made sense, but it just seemed overly assholey, you know?
The whole my favorite saga of the season was the can Alex get a boner?
Oh,
that really had me on the edge of my seat.
dude, I think they put in a little Easter egg or a little hint that he might actually be gay, because remember they had the whole fight with
I don't know if that's
Zach.
an Easter egg. I just think that's like an awkward thing that happened.
That was kind of funny though. I thought that was hilarious. He just sits down. He's like, "Yo, I got a boner." I was like, "This is the time." And it was just like,
And then like Zach comes over video games. And he's just like, "Yo, dude, I jerked off 4 times this morning."
Oh yeah, and
Zach's just like, bro, I don't need to know that. And then like Alex gets mad at him for like.
he's like, "I just wanted you to know." And then Zach's like, "That is pretty impressive." I was like, "Yo, Zach, don't say that, bro." Oh man. Honestly though, I enjoyed watching it. It's one of these series though that you can't watch more than once. I find.
Yeah.
I find you watch it once, you're shocking off.
Put it away.
And then you put it away until the next season. Did you find you had to watch the first season again, though, so that you'd be good for the second season?
I watched about half of the first season in the week before, and I think that it's one of those things that like it comes back to you, right? Like there's certain characters you're gonna be fuzzy on, like Ryan, who I feel like Ryan is the most irrelevant character in that show. Like the whole episode with the trial and stuff, and the same thing with the season 1 with the tapes. It's completely removed from everything else. Like he's not connected. Like he's connected to Tony now. Yeah. But like in season 1, it's just like he's completely irrelevant. Like he doesn't hang out with them. It's just like why
he's just
are you here?
There.
He almost feels like just a cliche gay character.
Yeah,
they wanted to have in the show.
That I think is a big problem that they kind of had with this show. Is there are a lot of cliches like the super athletes, but maybe that was kind of how they wanted to portray it because they were supposed to be like what the average jock or gay kid or goth
it's
kid.
Not even like average, it's just like super hyped up versions
that's true.
of like
that's
what
true.
would the worst character
what would the most intense version of this person be?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, we really went on 13 Reasons. I enjoyed that though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Deadpool though. First off, I loved the first one.
I didn't watch the first one.
Really?
Still haven't.
Okay. Did you feel like you were missing out on stuff?
No.
Even with the whole beginning with his wife and.
I guess I missed like stuff on their relationship. So maybe like her death felt like less raw for me than it would for like someone who was watching it.
Yeah, that's true. Because the whole first movie is about him saving his wife and like him because he turns into Deadpool. Like you know how his face looks like a ball sack, and it's just really gross. But he has that, and he's like, "Yo, I can't go back to my wife. She won't love me anymore." So he has that whole thing. Then he has to save her, and then she's like, "Yo, I still love you, bro." So they have like a really good relationship.
Yeah.
So when you see her die, I was like, ugh.
Yes, yeah, I was just like,
Yeah. For
I
me,
mean,
I was like, oh,
I mean,
that's so
she's
sad.
hot.
Yeah,
but-
she was so hot. Holy, don't even get me started, bro. But I thought the intro was a lot heavier than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I really liked it though.
yeah.
And also for me, when I first saw Deadpool 2 coming out, I was first excited, but then I was also just fucking kind of terrified because I'm like, this is probably gonna bust. They're gonna try too hard
Yeah.
to be super funny and also super cool, and it's just gonna fail. But
Yeah.
honestly, I thought it was pretty good.
It's a good balance.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most self-aware films
Oh.
I've ever seen.
See, they took it to such a self-aware limit that it just became funny again.
Yeah.
Because it was way over the top self-aware.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what bad writing is this?
Why do I never see any of the other X-Men? That was funny. When
Yeah.
it's like, why do I
Was that in the first one or the second one?
and that was, well, in the first one he's like, funny how I only see you two. And then in this one, they were all in the room and they
Yeah.
slowly closed the door. That was hilarious. That was so
Yeah.
perfect.
So,
I like to start it off with the cast.
Yeah.
What did you think of the kid?
the kid's a good actor, eh?
He is.
Like,
that was
he
amazing.
Portrayed being a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
A bit of a privileged brat.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily privileged, but a bit of a brat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very well. Funny thing I saw the other day when I was out, he was on, like, The Tonight Show or something. And he's actually, I think he's, like, 17 or 16. How old is he? Let me check for a second. He's 15. He's 15.
Oh wow.
I had it open. But so he was on the Tonight Show and he was talking about like how like he went to a movie premiere in like New Zealand or whatever because I think he's from New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're just like, okay, you can be here for like the intro of it, but you have to leave after that because you're not old enough to watch the movie. Even though he's co-starred in the movie.
Oh my gosh. But
Yeah.
honestly, because one, I never find child actors funny. I always find when they make a joke, you can tell an adult wrote it for a child. But for him, he was fucking
Yeah.
funny. Like, for example, when he did the freaking invisible rope out of there,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I was actually laughing so hard. Because it was just so well done. He was really funny. I think they brought up a good issue in a very good way.
Yeah.
He says, "You ever see a plus size hero?" I think that's a pretty big issue in Hollywood.
You
How
ever see a plus size actor, leading actor?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Who's not named Jonah Hill?
That's so true. But like they put it in a way that was funny, but also just real and made you like, oh wow, he's got a point. So I'm glad it wasn't a political, in your face, this is our political agenda.
Yeah.
Let's put more plus size actors. Like it wasn't like that.
Well, he
It was
deserved
just-
to be there. Right?
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. But back on the whole political agenda, I'm just gonna segue kind of off of Deadpool just for a little
Yeah.
bit. Did you hear that they made Lando in the new Solo movie? They made sure that he was pansexual.
Who is Lando?
Donald Glover plays him. He's
Okay.
Han Solo's buddy.
What is pansexual?
Okay, I will bring up the definition of pansexual. For all of you at home who are offended by this, we're sorry. Dave just doesn't know.
I'm a bigot, okay?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So it is in the official news that Lando is pansexual. Pansexual, for those of you at home who also don't know, is the sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender
Isn't
identity.
that bisexual?
No, it's anything. I think a lot of
So you're just like super horny.
yeah, you're just ready to go, man. May refer to themselves as gender blind, because like there's some people that don't refer to themselves as male or female or any, like they'll
Okay.
refer to themselves as like, for example,
How-
I know some people like sexually refer to
I haven't
themselves
seen.
as like
I haven't
wolves.
seen the movie. Have you seen the movie?
I haven't yet.
I-
I'm not gonna lie.
for
I'm
me-
probably not gonna see it. I mean, I might do it just for the podcast.
Yeah.
But I wasn't excited for it. They are just so like they are saturating the Star Wars franchise so much now.
Yeah,
it's kind of getting gross.
I saw something on Reddit or whatever. It's just like if I could see a Han Solo prequel that had Harrison Ford at like the age of 20 playing him, I would watch that. But like it feels very unnatural to have some like he doesn't even look like him. Like I saw pictures of him.
Yeah.
So for me with that, like I don't really care, to be honest. But if it's not like, but if they try to like shove it down with it, like make it super obvious that he's attracted to anything, like having sex with like a robot or something, then like that's just kind of like it feels forced.
But like that was the biggest thing for me, is that it just feels like a completely political movement. Because one, it already makes sense for Lando to be a pansexual. I don't think they need to bring it up because one, in Star Wars there's aliens, there's all that.
Yeah.
So there's already all that, and if they just kind of put it in there that he's attracted to all of that, they didn't need to put it like in paper like Lando is a pansexual.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it how they
that's
portrayed
true.
in the movie. So I would have to see the movie in order to like know how I feel about that.
I just think it's unnecessary to like kind of, I guess, put it out there. Like, it's just for a political movement. There's no other reason. It doesn't affect the plot. It doesn't affect, or okay, you know what? You're right that we haven't seen the movie yet, so this is just my initial thought. I'll probably go see the movie and then we can talk more about that.
Yeah.
But sorry, back onto Deadpool. The X-Force was, for me, the best part of that movie. With Terry Crews, Zazie Beetz, who played Domino. Oh, yeah. That was sick, okay? Let's just stick on the lucky hero.
Yeah.
And that scene where Deadpool's on the moped, talking to her through the headset, going like, how is luck even a thing? How are we going to put that into like cinematic action scenes? And there's like all this shit flying around her and she's like jumping around. That was so cool. I just thought they did that perfectly. And I thought she was really good at the part too. I thought she was really funny.
Yeah, she definitely added to the movie. That scene where they all die, that was obviously hilarious. I was a little bummed out to see Terry Crews die. As a big Terry Crews fan, I would have been okay if he was a part of the movie.
Dude, that actually, like, I jumped out of my seat a little bit because I'm like, no way they just killed Terry Crews. Because he just right through the bus. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and they just kept killing them, and you're like, what's going on? And then that guy, I think you said his name is Peter, the guy who doesn't have any. I was just like, oh, they're definitely gonna keep him in as a comic relief. Then he just dies too.
Oh, I was so sad about Peter dying. Oh man, he was so funny. I just loved that they just put that in. They're like, the ad looked fun. It's like, hey.
And then you have like that hitman guy. I don't know what his name is, but like the taxi driver.
Oh my gosh, he was great. He was in the first one as well.
Yeah.
He like started off by just being a normal taxi cab driver.
Yeah.
That Deadpool did, like rented, I guess. And then he just eventually like really loved hanging out with Deadpool, and he had like this whole love relationship with this one girl who was attracted to like his cousin or something. And at the end of the movie, you hear a guy in the cab driver's trunk like, help! And he's like, is that your cousin? And he's like, yeah, man. And then after that, he just became like a part of the group, and it was amazing. What did you think of Cable, the kind of quote unquote villain until the end?
Yeah, I liked him. Like, I don't think the villain is like driving the movie in this instance. I think he delivered what you want from a villain. You know, he had human elements of himself, like sympathetic. I like the gun. The gun was definitely.
The gun was badass. That was so cool. And I thought they did a really good job though of he never really felt like a bad guy. Like you could kind of feel that he was doing this because he had to, kind of thing. I thought Josh Brolin did a really good job as him. I thought he was, because I read the comic books a little bit before, and I think he did Cable really well. I think they wrote him well. I think he acted him well. And I think the whole CGI and all that was super cool, too. I mean, honestly, I always loved Colossus. I thought he was great in this movie again.
Oh, yeah. The big guy, what's the name of the big guy?
Juggernaut? Like
Yeah, Juggernaut.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Because in other X-Men movies, they completely fucked it up, all right?
Okay.
They made him like a normal guy with the kind of like the helmet, and he's like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, and then would run around. But like, if you read the comics, he's this huge
He's a
fucking
monster.
dude. So they did it right. So I was just really happy with this movie. Do you have any complaints with it, though?
No, not any major complaints. I thought like the ending scene where he like gives his life up for like I felt like that might have been a bit basic.
Yeah.
But you're not watching like Deadpool for like have an amazing intricate plot. Right?
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
not The Godfather.
That's true. That's true. I liked how they did the whole lead penny though. 'Cause
Yeah,
at first
that was
it was
cool.
like it was kind of a key part. They took it away. You forget about it, and then you're like, "Hey, that's pretty cool." So I liked how they did that. I didn't see that coming.
Like Deadpool delivered just exactly what you want from a Deadpool. Like,
Exactly.
it's funny. The action scenes are like just like riveting. Like the you can definitely tell it's R-rated by the action scenes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just had everything.
Let's talk about that frickin' Basic Instinct reference
Oh,
with the baby legs.
Best part of the movie.
That was hilarious. Honestly, that was one of the best jokes I think I've
Yeah.
seen in like any superhero movie.
Explain the reference in like the
Okay,
scene just for a
for
second.
those of you who don't know, there was a big thing like way back. There was a movie, Basic Instinct, with I think it was Sharon Stone
Yeah, let me just
who
look
played
it up.
her, and she did this big thing where she uncrossed her legs and then recrossed them the other way. And a huge controversy was like, could you see anything? Because like the whole scene when it first came out was like all the guys were like looking in the movie,
Yeah.
and people would pause the movie and like try and determine, because guys are perverts, see if it was like open enough to see anything. And so now in Deadpool, he has these little baby legs from being cut in half, and he does the exact same thing, but you completely saw his penis, right?
Yeah, it was pretty
Oh my
gross.
God.
It was pretty bad.
It was so funny though, because oh my gosh, just the little baby legs, and then he's like, "We need to be a team," and jumps off the couch, and he's like this tiny.
He's like walking towards him.
And they're like, "Yo, you're not even gonna put pants on." He's like, and doesn't even acknowledge it. That was so funny.
I think that was the best scene in the movie.
Oh, definitely, hands
Yeah.
down, the funniest scene. Especially, I thought T.J. Miller, he was the bartender at the Hitman Club at the first one. I
Yeah.
thought he was really good in this one too. Like he didn't add much, but the little scenes
Is
that
he
he
the
was
guy who
in.
gave away everything?
Yeah, he's like, I don't do well with pain. They're going blah blah blah. It was so funny because
Yeah.
that's more realistic. Like than someone like spitting in their face, like, I can take this shit. It's like no. In real life, most people would be like, no, I give up. I'm not losing a finger to this shit. You know, the Negasonic girl, Brianna Hildebrand, the X-Men that always talks shit to Deadpool.
Yeah.
That had the girlfriend. I thought they could have done more with her in this one. She was more of just like a kind of like, hey, she was in Deadpool 1.
I couldn't tell you. Like I didn't watch the.
See, she was.
There was no I don't think
Yeah.
she really did anything that was that memorable.
No, no, definitely not. She was a very, very kind of background character where she just
Yeah.
pop up every once
But
in a
like
while.
then again, not everyone has to be like.
That's true.
Fine. I don't know. Like if she was a big character in the first one, maybe like she felt she didn't live up to the expectations, I guess. But
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's a good point, though. It's not like they need everyone to be a big character, because it was kind of nice just to see her
Like,
every
with
once in a
Infinity
while.
War,
Yeah.
right? Not everyone's a big character. Not only anybody's a big character in Infinity War.
So, to end it off with Deadpool, it was a perfect Deadpool movie. It was a perfect comedy R-rated movie. Honestly, I'd say it's close to perfect. And this is post-game analysis. We let the steak sizzle. We cut her open, so it was a nice medium rare. And we munched. I don't know where we're going with that reference.
Yeah, so if you don't like that kind of thing, if you don't like violent movies that are funny, don't watch Deadpool 2.
Yeah, but if you went into Deadpool 2 expecting anything but a funny, violent movie, then You're living under a
There's
rock.
people sitting beside us in the theater. This kid's like 11 years old, and he's just like watching the movie.
Oh my gosh.
And his dad just like he's like, that movie is so funny, and I'm like, man, no disrespect, but
Dude, well, I used to work at that cinema, and all the time we'd see like little 6-year-old kids with their parents, and the parents were like, it's fine, it's fine. They would come out and complain to us. We're like, listen, dumbass, it's a fucking R-rated movie.
Yeah, I know.
What do you expect? My favorite, though, was when Sausage Party came out. There's this one kid, he's like, I want to go see Sausage Party. And the mom's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, you know it's an R-rated movie. She's like, no, what's it about? And the kid's like, what? I didn't know that. It was so funny. Because, like, it was so obvious that the kid, like, his eyes were darting. He's like, shit, I just wanted to see this movie. I mean, I saw that movie. It was meh. We're not going to get into it. It's funny, but all it is just a huge hour-long, low-hanging fruit joke after joke after joke. It's all low-hanging fruit.
Still kind of want to watch it though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a few drinks in,
Yeah.
it's a funny movie. Honestly, let's bring it back though to Marvel Infinity War.
Sure.
Because we said we might talk about it, we might not. But now that we're talking about superhero movies and everything that Deadpool did right to be funny, I found Marvel did a lot of things wrong. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because the problem, like, Deadpool did a lot of jokes, but they had good timing with all their jokes.
Yeah.
I found with Marvel Infinity War, it just felt like every single second was a joke. And out of like the 200 jokes that were said in that movie, I'd say there's probably close to about 200 jokes. I'd say about maybe 20 of them landed for me. I found a
Yeah.
lot of the jokes were like that's how I felt after.
Like, Deadpool does have a lot of jokes in the action, but I think, I'll be honest, they're funnier. Like, they're just they hit harder. Like, he doesn't have to be like PG-13. Like, the thing with like Infinity War and like all those Marvel movies is that you're just gonna get a non-stop barrage of jokes. So the funny thing is that the only hero that doesn't constantly have like a one-liners during combat is like Black Panther.
Yeah,
Like,
and he's
Black-
like the best character too.
If you watch Black Panther, like, there's not a lot of comedy in that movie actually, and it actually killed. So a lot of people, like, even if you watch like Star Wars, like, they're starting to do that in the new Star Wars movies. Like, it's this new thing where people like, yeah, it can't just be an action movie. It can't just be like fighting scenes. It also has to like make everyone laugh. And like
Exactly.
a few jokes are fine, but like you watch movies. You watch an action movie to see action, right?
Exactly.
You
Because Deadpool is supposed to be a funny action movie. Like, you read the comics, that's exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's a funny action movie. But Marvel, especially Marvel Infinity War, this is the most intense Marvel movie out there. This was the biggest, most, like, crazy movie.
I think they toned down the jokes in that movie. But like, I think if you compare it to something like Guardians of the Galaxy,
True.
or I don't know, I don't really watch a lot of like Ant-Man maybe.
Yeah.
Spider-Man had a lot of jokes. I think they did not have as many jokes in that movie. I would maybe argue there might have been too many.
I
But
still think it was way too many.
Yeah, I don't think I minded as much as you did.
See, for me, right away, like, when they started, like, there was Tony, and then there was Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
and they, like, made this, like, oh, money's not a thing, and then they're like, oh, well, you want a sandwich? It's like, we'll ask for, like, a metaphysical sandwich or something. I'm like, haha,
I don't remember
good
that.
job, Doctor Strange. Very funny joke. It's like, it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And I just find, the thing is, let's take it way back. First Avengers movie. You remember, you saw that movie, right? Because that was back when it was
Yeah.
still, like, less of a popular thing.
It was 6. I think there was only 6 Avengers in the first one.
Loki is looking at Hulk, and he's like, I am a god. You cannot... And then he starts smashing him around. That was hilarious, because it came out of nowhere. It was like, whoa, this is an intense movie scene that just turned into a joke. But now every single action scene has like a moment like that. Have you ever noticed
Yeah,
that every single action has like a second where like someone says a joke and everyone's like, oh. And for me now, it's like, all right, well, that just ruined the scene for me. I was invested in this intense scene, and you had to make the joke. It feels like it's not even like a joke anymore. It's something that has to be implemented.
It's a balance. It's a balance you have to hit. Mm-hmm. Like, I think some Marvel movies have hit it better than other ones. I think that one of the ones that probably hit it best was Winter Soldier. That was like had super intense scenes. I don't think it had that many funny scenes, to be honest, though. But that's maybe okay.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's the thing. I find Tony Stark, like, I get he's witty, but I find he tries too hard to be witty all the time. Like, for example, there's this huge alien shit coming down, destroying his town. He's like, oh, you look like an idiot or something like that. I'm like, all right.
might be late for dinner.
Oh, yeah. It's like, come on. Really? Come on, Tony.
Yeah. To be honest, I just accept, like, that's the kind of movies that I feel like they do well, and they're not going to change anything. And a lot of people actually do find them, like, it's not, I feel like it's not targeted towards our demographic anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's older people.
Or
and
younger kids. Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Because to me, I don't find it funny anymore. I find the jokes very lame.
Like, for me, it's been years since I watched a Marvel movie not in theaters. Like, I'll just go maybe every few months. I saw Black Panther in theaters. I saw the new Spider-Man in theaters, but like I haven't seen any other ones.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch Ant-Man or I don't know what other ones are.
I just don't care anymore because there's a big thing in Hollywood. They get a good movie and then they just milk it to all hell. And they're doing that with Star Wars now. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do not like Episode 8 at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but that movie, when I watched it, probably about 2/3 of the movie, I was kind of done. Like, for me, I can tell because I have like a pretty small, like, I almost never watch movies at home. I have a pretty small attention span, and if I'm watching a movie in theaters and I start to wish for it to end, then I know it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Good movie. So I had that with I watched like Tomb Raider a couple months ago in theaters.
Oh, I never saw that. Was that good?
No.
That movie was fucking shit.
Yeah, it was just a pretty forgettable movie. That movie, I was just like dead. Quiet Place?
Oh.
Not at all.
Oh.
Not at all. Quiet Place was just like,
gosh. Oh my gosh, we gotta hit that. I totally forgot about that. Holy shit. Like, dude, I literally just nutted. Well, no, not actually. For those at home, I didn't nut. So we're good.
I'm just gonna walk out for a moment.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. Thank our sponsors.
Squarespace.
Oh, man. I freaking love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I don't want to get too much into Star Wars because that was a thing of the past.
Yeah.
You say you're not a big Star Wars fan. I am a fucking huge Star Wars fan. I've watched every movie about 6 times, played so many video games.
I haven't even seen all the prequels.
Ooh. I never watched the third one.
Really?
No, I hear that's the best one too.
Out of the prequels, that one was definitely the best. Also, now that they're all living memes, it's even funnier now to watch it.
I do love the prequel memes.
Yeah, they are so funny. Holy. But yeah, honestly, so I'm a big fan.
How would you say the prequels compared to the new movies that are coming
out? Star Wars Episode 7, I thought was a fucking good movie.
Okay.
I saw that and I loved that movie. I think it was a million times better than the prequels. Episode 8? Okay, Rogue One, sorry, because that was before Episode 8. I saw that, and I'm like, okay, that was pretty good.
I liked Rogue One better than The Force Awakens.
Really?
It felt less predictable. Like, I liked how it was about characters that, like,
didn't
really matter.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, like... But, like, that's just me. Like, as a not really a big Star Wars fan. Like, I'm not big into all the lore and stuff.
That's true. See, I found there were a lot of plot holes in, like, Rogue One. Like, for example, she's like, oh, I hate this shit. I hate the rebellion. I don't care. I'm edgy. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's like, rebellions are built on hope. I'm like, yo, fuck you. What? You can't just come in halfway through and run this shit.
I mean, she was hot, though, so,
Yeah, she was kind of hot.
I'll let it slide. Just once, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, okay, that was still better than the prequels.
Yeah.
I would say Episode 8 is just as bad, if not worse, than the prequels.
Really?
Honestly. One
Worse than Episode
casino
4?
scene... Yeah, definitely. Episode 4 is good, man. Episode 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, episode 1.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bro, the old ones are the good ones. Is it worse than the best Star Wars? Nah, man. It's worse than the worst Star Wars, but not worse than the best Star Wars. You see what you're saying, man? It doesn't make sense, bro. You're a BBA student. Get your shit together, all right? We're on a podcast. This is for reals. We got hundreds of billions of viewers.
If not.
Trillions. If not trillions. Like Canada's debt. Hey-o.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, I thought the casino scene was terrible. I thought...
Quick recap, please.
Oh, okay. Finn and some random chick that I think she got...
Asian?
I think she won like a competition or something to be on the movie. And she was just so stupid. It was just like such a dumb character.
Okay.
I was like, all right, just kill Finn. All right, I thought that would be okay. And one, he should have died by the time he got to where he was. Like, there's no way his face wouldn't have melted off where he was. And then she comes in, hits his speeder, like, I saved you. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, all right?
Yeah.
Get out of my face with this. And then they get to the casino, do all that just for it to not be relevant at all. I'm like, okay. So I'm glad I watched this for no reason. And it just, everything, it kept going. It kept going.
Kept going.
Oh my gosh.
Just like this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we've almost hit an hour, so
yeah,
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it's good.
But the one thing about Star Wars 8 was that quiet when they hyperdrive the Admiral fleet into the Imperial Star Destroyer, and it just went like quiet and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was sick. But, okay, one last thing to say about Star Wars. Fuck them for killing Admiral Akbar in a one line. They're like, the fleet was destroyed. Admiral Akbar is dead. I'm like, fuck you. Admiral Akbar should have been the one driving that ship into the Imperial fleet. Not this random chick.
Tell me about Admiral.
Admiral Akbar is it's a trap. Like that guy, you know, the fish guy.
Oh.
He's like a big meme. He's like, it's a trap. And like, he was cool. And he was badass. And now he just floated and died in space. Fuck that, all right? And also, why did they choose two different directors to do 7 and 8? Because there's a whole bunch of plot points in 7 that weren't talked about in 8. And it just, now it's all convoluted. And I don't even think 9's going to be good. Straight up calling it, 9's going to be worse than 8. Boom. Mind blown. Yeah, so that's what I think of that. And we're going to move it back now. We're going to keep on going with this whole TV show shit with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, Dave and I are both huge fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Season 5 finally came out for Netflix. Okay, I know it's been out for a while, but I don't have the fucking TV channel that streams it, so I've been waiting for the Netflix. And it's really good.
It's so good.
It's really good.
It's been 5 seasons. The 5th season just came out. It has not. I think it's increased in quality. If anything, it's so good. Like it's funny. Like Jake Peralta is probably one of the funniest characters you will see on any TV show.
He's hilarious.
And not only that, but they also like. It has like the sitcom. You need a balance. You need to have care with the characters. Have like interesting stuff happening in their lives, and you need to have. Yeah, like funny shit happen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they hit that balance like on point, right? Like I feel like the first season was more just comedy focused, like there were just like jokes going on, but like which is fine. But like they've built characters and there's actually like interesting stuff happening.
Yeah, exactly. See, my biggest fear though was Holt. To me, was getting like I was a little worried that he was getting almost too funny to the point where he wasn't Holt anymore.
Yeah.
But I actually love what they've done with his character. He's a real person. You feel this character arc actually going. He's so funny.
Yeah.
The thing I've always loved about Brooklyn Nine-Nine is every character, Hitchcock, Scully, Rosa, Boyle,
Gina.
Amy, Terry, Gina, all of them are amazing. There's not one scene where I'm like, I wish it wasn't these guys in it, because they're all so funny.
Like for me in season 1, I felt like. Well, in season 2 to a certain extent, I felt that Rosa and Captain Holt were just like they're basically the same person. They're basically people with no, but like they've developed them really well in subsequent seasons, and they're now like unique people that both added different spins to the show, right?
Oh man, I thought they did the whole Rosa coming out as bisexual. I thought they did that very well.
Yeah.
I liked that. I thought it was very
down your throat.
I found it was very natural to me when she's like, "Yeah, I'm bisexual." It was like, makes sense, makes total sense. Like, I could totally see her being a bisexual. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't feel like they just picked a random character to go like, "Hey."
They made Amy bisexual.
Ooh, that would have been
Or
interesting.
Terry.
Or Terry. Terry loves everyone. Oh man, I love Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, there's not much to talk about with Brooklyn Nine-Nine because like every episode is good.
Yeah.
You know, I love their Halloween episodes. Every time they nail it.
I don't think this Halloween episode was one of the best. I think.
Oh, it's definitely not the best.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad, I'd say.
Yeah, the Halloween episode is good. It was delivered something completely different though. But
I don't think they'll ever be able to top the second season Halloween episode. Because that to me was the first time I really saw like character from Holt.
Yeah.
When he's like, "You think that's the real watch?" And then Peralta's like, "Oh, well, I've already started planning." He's like, "Good, you're 2 months behind." I'm like, "Oh, yo, he's so sick now." I loved him after that. But
my favorite Holt moment, this is a bit obscure. Not my favorite Holt moment, but the moment I was dying was when they have that episode with the where like all of the cops are going to some beach house, right?
Oh.
And they're, like they don't want Captain Holt to come, and then, but like Jake feels bad, so he invites them.
yeah.
They have like two parties going
Oh
on.
my gosh! And then he's like listening to the flute. He's like, "Many see this as a child's instrument."
And like I don't know word before, but like that last scene of the episode, they're playing like, did Captain Holt say it or not say it?
Oh.
And it was like birthday parties are just a tribal experience. And then Captain Holt was like, I said it and I meant it.
Yeah, it was actually so good.
Yeah.
Holy. So yeah, honestly, I'm so glad. The show got canceled though. Did you know that after
They
season
renewed-
5?
NBC picked it up.
But then NBC
Yeah,
picked
I
it
heard
up.
that was a whole
I was
saga.
really glad about that because this is such a good show.
it's the best comedy on
yeah, probably
television.
best comedy out there.
I don't know if you've gone to this scene yet. It's not a spoiler, but like I actually saw on Reddit before I even watched the season. But they have this one scene in season 5, probably the best episode of the show. It's like an intro thing, and like there's these 5 people being taken.
You are my fire. That's so fun. Tell me why. I saw that actually on Facebook. I was
Yeah.
like, that is. I need to watch this season now.
And then like at the end where she's just like, that's him. That's the one who killed my brother. And Jake's just like,
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. My bad. That was so good.
Yeah.
I actually think they do the whole cop part of it really well too, because it's like it's pretty kind of cliche cop thing where at the end they figure it out, but you kind of need that, you know.
Yeah.
You don't always have to be different. If you do it well, then
yeah.
because for example,
the investigation scenes, like obviously they're not the focal point of the show, but like they add like
they had a little bit, you know. Yeah. For example, also the Amy, Jake relationship with the whole sloppy and neat opposites attract.
Yeah.
I find a lot of times it feels too forced, but this one feels really natural. It just seems like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And they're the cutest couple right now. Cuter than Kim Kardashian and Kanye.
Really.
And his dragon energy.
That's a big contender.
Big contender. Oh man. So yeah, that was a really fucking good show.
Yeah. You haven't even finished it. He hasn't even finished it yet.
Okay, I have like 2 more episodes left, so
It's
I
good,
technically haven't finished it, but it's really
He's a
good.
fraud.
I'm a fraud.
Because
Oh
you-
no, I'm already being exposed, and this is the first podcast. Oh man, is Leafy's here gonna attack me? You remember when
just
he was
like,
relevant?
Hey guys, today I was listening to the Foolish Fools, whatever it's called, podcast.
Wow, bro, I invite you on my show. You don't even know. Yo, by the way, we'd love to be a guest on the H3 podcast, so hit us up, Ethan. We love you. We love you, Hila or Ela. Wow,
Hila.
Technically, it's Hila. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Hyla.
Hi, La.
Yeah, hi, La. I'm gonna call you by how you pronounce your name, not your actual name.
It's all up to interpretation. I find it offensive that you call yourself Ela. I prefer Haile.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. But yeah, if you want us on.
Joe Rogan podcast.
Joe Rogan. I
That'd
freaking
be
love that dude
gnarly.
too. Okay, let's talk about that actually. What are your favorite podcasts? Because the reason we're making this is because we both fucking love podcasts. For me, I love H3 podcast.
Yeah.
Like my top two. Let's do top twos,
Okay.
all right? H3 and Super Mega podcast. I don't know if you've listened to them. They're Ryan and Matt. They actually are editors of Game Grumps. I believe they still are to this day. They edit Game Grumps. They're fucking hilarious, bro.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I listen to them at work.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, for one, there was one episode where they were talking about they would make up sex moves and they had to explain it. I'm like, yo, I gotta skip this, like, podcast because there's some...
You
there's-
listen on speakers?
Yeah, I listened to it on speakers and, like, Volod's, like, turn around, which is a Russian dude that I work with. He's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? That's exactly how he sounds, all right? My impression is dead on. He's like, damn. It's so funny.
Yeah. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So my top two favorite, so you're really nerdy about video games and stuff. No offense, but for me, what I'm nerdy about is like reality TV. Like I actually love Survivor.
That's true.
Love Big Brother. Like I watch the shows, and there's this guy called Rob has a podcast, and he's like a former Survivor, and he just like covers all of that. And like I don't listen to it like lately. The last couple months I haven't listened to it as much, but like. It's just like he's funny. Like they bring in on like all these former contestants and stuff to talk about each episode, and I love that kind of stuff. And my other I don't know, like Joe Rogan, and I don't listen to all of Joe Rogan's episodes, but like I'll go on like when I'm bored, I'll go like look through his recent guest, and like he has like some of the best podcasts you'll hear.
That's true.
Like he's not the kind of guy you listen to everything he puts out, but he has some good stuff.
He does.
It's either that or H3H3. Those are my, I guess, top three.
Have you ever noticed though? It seems like everyone who goes on like the H3 podcast, they just seem like genuinely happy to
Yeah.
be there, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was watching the Dr. Disrespect, or listening, I guess, to that podcast. And you know how he's always got a character? And when he first came on, he's like, oh, Dr. Disrespect character. But then he got like so real by the end. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa. I that's probably one of my favorite podcasts he's done. Although
Yeah.
all of them are really good. But okay, we've hit the hour mark. But I'm gonna end it with one more question.
Okay.
And this actually has to do with the H3 podcast because I was listening to the Ninja H3 podcast. By the way, please don't copy strike us, Ethan, and all these podcasters.
Playing audio from it?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's just that we're talking about them, and I don't know if people can copy strike
Yeah.
us. Because did you see the whole? Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking
So you think
Alinity.
Ethan, who was sued for copyright infringement a year ago, is gonna copyright us?
Yeah, man, he's gonna be like, you know what? That was a smart
Like
fucking move.
his trial, like literally set a precedent of fair use, and he's gonna go directly against.
Dude, it could happen, man. You
Yeah.
gotta be careful. But anyways, don't copy claim or whatever. But he was talking to Ninja,
Yeah.
and one
listened
thing
to
I
that one.
noticed. Okay, you listened to that?
Yeah.
Ninja's got a really big ego.
I said that to you. Did I not say that to you before?
Was
you
it
listened?
you?
Yeah.
Okay, you said that. My little brother said that. Steven, shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone I've talked to said that. But here's my question: do you think he deserves this ego? Because I kind of think, in some ways, he kind of does. You know?
Yeah. You can like deserve an ego, but just because you earned having an ego doesn't mean you're still not a dick for having one. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's
Like
very
if
true.
I'm like really great at like I don't know like basketball or something, and I just talk about how like amazing I'm at basketball. I am amazing at basketball. That is true, but people don't want to hear about that. You know what I mean? So I think like everything he says about himself is true. Like when he talks about how he's like the biggest Twitch streamer.
Yeah,
and, like,
he's like,
it's-
when I'm not trying, I'll get about 12 kills. I'm like, all right, relax, buddy.
And then
like,
he's
we get
no,
it.
he's like, and when I try, if I actually tried, I would like win like almost half of my matches or something like that. It might have been more than that.
I think he
I
said
don't-
he'd win almost every match.
Yeah,
I'm pretty.
yeah.
Although
Which,
that
I
might
mean,
not be true.
I
don't
think
know.
I think that's true. I mean, I don't really watch Fortnite streamers to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
But like, he might be right about that, but that doesn't mean that it's something he should say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I just think like, it's justified. Like I can't really get mad at him, but it's just like it's kind of like
Yeah, to me,
Stay
yeah,
on the-
I found it kind of annoying after a while because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. You're a really good streamer. I believe that. You don't have
Yeah.
to convince me. I know you are. Stop, please. But anyways, I still thought that was a good podcast.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't watch Ninja, but I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave, for coming on the Foolish Youths podcast.
having me.
Jesus Christ, you almost just deep throated my mic, bro. But yeah, honestly, it was a lot of fun. I think we're gonna do this a lot. Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah.
Could be a official co-host.
Oh,
If
I'll
shit
have to
gets
send
serious.
my application.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting a lot of applications. I think H3 actually sent one to me. So a bit of
Yeah.
competition, but yeah, thanks for coming. Those of you who watch, thanks for listening. A big thing I want to say is comment down below. Say what you liked, say what you didn't like. But if you didn't like something, say why. Don't just say like, yo, this shit sucked.
Don't be a dick.
I mean, if you want to, do it. Because either way, you can say that and you can comment, but that just helps me out. I get more views, all right? So it doesn't really matter. But explain yourself. Like, give constructive criticism. I want to know what's either good or bad about this podcast. So if we could get like real criticism, that'd be beautiful. But if not, whatever.
We'll take what we can.
We
get.
don't care. We're adults. We're 18 and 19. So technically we are adults.
Yeah, so I can buy you booze if you want.
Only in Canada, bro. Most people live in America. You gotta wait till 21, which is so stupid. But
We won't get into that.
we won't get into that. That's another political podcast.
I'm making the executive decision.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Bye for now.